Jeff and I were talking, I think the FDA is now even starting to look at the effectiveness of some of these things for recovery. I'm not going to tell an athlete, hey, no, you can't use this if there's scientific evidence that it helps with recovery, doesn't provide any performance-enhancing benefit, allows you to recover from an injury faster, and it's helpful to you. That's no different than the way a lot of the pharmaceutical drugs have worked over time, but you have to have an openness to it.
Yeah, let me just piggyback on that. No imminent changes, but we're not burying our head in the sand when it comes to these issues. So take, for instance, that you have world-class surgeons and physicians saying, look, when my next door neighbor or my wife or my kid has this injury, in the initial healing stages of this injury, I'm giving them these prohibited substances to help them heal. And then we're looking at a scenario where you're going to withhold that from a high-level athlete who needs to be healthy and compete. Now, on the other side, the reason there's no imminent changes, as Hunter said, it's a slippery slope. We're not just dealing with our rules, we're dealing with commission rules. And as we all saw from the TRT era many years ago, it's difficult. There's loopholes built into that. But, I think what Joe Rogan was saying is what we're saying is we're not going to ignore it. We're not going to bury our heads in the sand. We're going to keep pressing forward, seeing if there's solutions there, and getting through that and not ignoring that topic. And I really want to make this clear to our fighters who are watching this, because that's something that USADA has done over the last 24 hours. They've confused the shit out of our fighters. They don't know what's going on. If you take into account the managers that have contacted Don and I and the fighters, I'd say well over half of our roster thinks there's currently no drug testing going on. And that's not true. And for an organization like USADA that stands up on a mountain and says, we protect the rights of clean athletes, that's what we do. They didn't do it here. They got this thing wrong for whatever reason, likely a lot of the ones that Hunter chronicled. And as you could probably tell, I'm not happy about it, but we're keeping our head down and we're going full steam ahead and watch what we do at the beginning of the year.
Official weight 145.5 for Sadiq Yusuff.
146.
Official weight 146 pounds for Edson Barboza.
Featherweights collide in the UFC Vegas 81 main event as Sadiq Yusuff and Edson Barboza face off in a matchup you will not want to miss. Main card action kicks off on Saturday, October 14th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific, and you can watch it live on ESPN Plus. So do not wait. Click the link in the description and sign up for ESPN Plus today.
I always say that I will do these things. I am that guy. I am that guy that will do anytime, anywhere, any weight, whatever it is. I guess this is an opportunity to prove that once again. I'm the man for the job. If anyone can do it, if anyone can do this on 12 days notice, off the couch, as they would say, it's me. And I get to go and shock the world in how many days? 11 days or something like that. So it's pretty crazy. Luckily, I train. I'm always training. Let's go out and finish this guy. No pressure on me, baby. No pressure at all. All the pressure's on him. I'm coming off the couch. You better do something about it.
11 days notice, 10 days notice, whatever you want to call it. And it's against Islam Makhachev. It's not just against anybody. I think a lot of people have you and him number one and number two and number one pound for pound in the world. Why'd you take this fight? Why? This is a pretty big risk going against an extremely, extremely tough guy.
Yeah, man, as I've been saying, man, high risk, high reward, you know what I mean? That's just how it is. It is a crazy thing to do. Obviously, a lot of people are looking at it. I go out there, you're going out underdone, you lose, you never get that lightweight shot against Islam again. That whole rivalry's over, and look, I get it. I get what people are trying to say, but what if I go out there and win, like I plan on doing? Okay, that's when you shock the world. That's when you're doing things. Me stepping up doing this, I'm already doing things that people in my position would never do. And I'm not knocking them for that. I love this and I needed this. You know what I mean? This excites me. And I think when I'm excited like this, I think I'm a dangerous man when I'm this excited and this fresh, mentally and physically.
working hard.
Today I was told, after I think they received our letter last night, he's already backtracked and he's now confirmed that at no point in time did Jeff, myself, or any other UFC representative, Dana, not a single person ever went to USADA and told them anything other than Conor McGregor would re-enter the program when he was healthy. And in doing so, we would require him to be in the program for 6 months. There would be no exception to the rule. And what I said to Travis on multiple occasions, including the call on Monday, was there would never be a situation where Conor would fight until he'd been in the program for 6 months. And my words were, I don't give a shit if he has 37 clean tests. This was one of those cases where Conor was the most tested athlete in the UFC before he catastrophically shattered his leg. The conversations I had with Conor and his physician when that occurred had nothing to do with fighting. They were legitimately concerned that he wasn't going to regain full use of his leg ever again, including the ligaments around it. And I'll say it one last time, what they've done to him is disgusting. And for an entity that holds themselves out to have a level of honor and integrity, using him as a media vehicle to advance a fake narrative is disturbing, disgusting, and I think they have some legitimate legal liability that they should be very concerned with. But again, I'm going to let it sit there. You guys have the letter. You can work through it. Conor is 100% in the pool. He made himself available in every way. I can tell you, because I personally was a part of it with him, he's conducted himself with integrity and honesty. He's done everything right. And he's, as you can imagine, very upset at the moment for the way that they've sort of used him. And they've never done that with any other athlete in history. And I think that's a really important point. What they've done in the entire history of the program, they've never done before. So, again, incredibly disappointing. They've done tremendous damage to try to hurt the integrity of the program we've built in a very short period of time. And again, why we're here today is to let you guys know and fill you in transparently on why the program that we're going to be building out and integrating beginning at the beginning of next year is even better than where we're at today. And that's the reason we made the change.
But divided by a special glass partition. Once again, we want the fighters to be healthy and save that energy for the ring tomorrow night on the prime card. Dillon, Danis, Logan, Paul.
No, it's a real face-off. Real face-off. Real face-off. Real face-off. Real face-off.
It's all broadcast live and exclusively on the Zone worldwide. The sold-out AO Arena in Manchester.
What a pitch!
Do the real.